We have now approached our concluding and final segment for today, and that's called A Fresh Perspectives. This portion of the show is written, directed and hosted by Dr. Smita Siddhanti. This week, Dr. Siddhanti's guest is a panel of smart professional women. They will express their views and cues on life and structure. Come on close, let's have a look.
Namaste. Welcome to Fresh Perspectives, a show dedicated to discuss issues that touch lives of women and youth in this country who are specifically from Indian origin. Today, by the way, I'm Smita Siddhanti, your host, and today I am going to discuss a very interesting topic with a very distinguished panel of young ladies with me. And this topic that touches our lives is very important to young women and our children and young professional women as they're coming. And the issue really is the balancing of our professional careers with our homes and being wives and mothers, and still bringing up children with values who are highly motivated. And that's a challenge in itself. Each of these aspects, professionalism takes effort, and being successful in your profession, being successful mother, being successful homemaker, and also being involved in the community life takes effort. So I wanted to share with those who have been there, done that, and let me introduce my panel here. I have Dr. Jyotsna Gupta with me on my right, and she is an internal medicine professional who has several clinics around Washington area. Some of you know her well. And then Madhur Khanna in bright pink, nice color here. And Madhur is a seasoned professional for last 20 years. She has her own architect consulting firm and has built several buildings around the area that people know about. And I have a very seasoned World Bank professional, Anjali Chadha, and each one of us, Anjali has been with the World Bank for the last 20 years, and each one of us have kids. I myself have a consulting firm of last 20 years. I've been in this profession. I have my own consulting firm for government consulting in environmental policy and strategy, and I have two children. Both graduated and are working. And Jyotsna's two young boy and a girl are medical doctors in the making. And Madhur has two young boys. One is finished college, one is entering college. And you have three young ladies. One is a doctor and two are in college. So we have been there, done that. And I would love to share with you guys tell our audience and our young viewers the perspective of the challenges we have faced and the support, how we met those challenges, and what would we like to tell them. So, Jyotsna, why don't you start?
Well, when I came to this country 30 years ago, I was entering a profession that was quite male-dominated, and I realized I had to balance my act very carefully here. I had to prioritize my children's needs, yet not fail in my profession and move forwards. I had to enter a race of my life, not just to win, but to just run it very well. And I did that, and I found that during my race, I needed help from different forces, including my mentors, my friends and spouse and friends, right. And I think the challenges were many, yet we faced them, and I think all of us need to know that we should not sit on the sidelines if we have to move forwards in life. Just go ahead, dive in, and proceed, and you'll find you'll meet your challenges.
Yeah. So I guess no shortchanging. Hard work is a given.
Yes, absolutely. A lot of hard work, a lot of long hours.
Don't be afraid of that.
Yes.
Yeah, I think, Jyotsna, you're right. Same thing in an architectural profession. It's again a gender-based. It's a male-dominated profession, and coming in as a grad student to this country and then entering the workforce, and then subsequently having children. It was a tough race, like you said, and it was a hard act to kind of follow for bringing up the kids and striking
Without
a balance.
much of support
and
system.
no support system whatsoever.
Right.
And striking a balance, or striving to strike a balance between work and family life, and trying to do justice to both. 20 years ago, when I started to go, decided to go on my own, it was became a roller coaster ride, which
Didn't stop.
which didn't stop. And
Very
it's
well.
only now that the kids are grown up that one is beginning to exhale. So I think that is the big challenge. But again, a lot of hard work, and just going with the flow at that point.
So there is no short change. Let's not tell ourselves that this is an easy ride. It has been very tough.
Yeah, but it was
and
fun.
and there was no support system when we first came. At least we had now family around to help. But Anjali, you had at least a family, but still quite a challenge. Huh?
Yeah. It's, I mean, when you said hard work, it brings me back to when I was actually not only pursuing a career, but wanting to go back to pursue my master's. And that was really hard because you had to take care of your career, your family, and achieve a master's program all while doing full time. But I think, as you said, Smita, having my family's support and their encouragement and my husband's support was vital to my success. But through hard work and having good mentors at work, friends, neighbors, you really had to build a good support system to succeed. And yes, you had to cut corners because we're not Wonder Womans. We did it. We figured out by prioritizing, figuring out what was important to be done. And I think through that, I was able to succeed. And I think once we make up our mind, we're sort of hardwired through our upbringing to succeed. And I think I'm really grateful for that system and the support system. And those were really the critical key success factors in my case. And it is challenging, but I think it's doable. And don't
So
be a
focusing-
perfectionist. Just
Right.
try to do the best you can. And I think people understand that and respect that.
So talk a little bit about the guilt factor. There is a definite guilt factor that you weren't there because, my child did the first poetry and he was on the stage and I was not there. Killed me.
Well,
I was
actually, I have a
just right.
perfect
I was
answer.
traveling and it just killed me.
It is hard, and I'm
Right.
sure Jyotsna and Madhur will have their experiences, but I think one nice balance that I was able to strike, and perhaps I was fortunate, is to be able to work part-time or make some flexible work arrangements so that you could go at the middle of the day to go see your kids play, etc., or work part-time where you could be home by the time the kids returned. And of course, nowadays, I think our kids will have more of such opportunities, but and with that point, I just wanted to say that if there's something you want, try to make it work. Don't look at just the hardcore rules. See if there's a way, ask for exceptions in the workforce to make it so that you can be a good mother and spend quality time with your kids.
But Anjali, I think on the same token, you were lucky that you had that option. I think for the
We-
three of
we- yeah,
us
we did not have that option,
who started our own businesses.
Right.
it was-
Entrepreneurship did not
entrepreneur-
allow much
it
time.
did. In
Right.
fact, if anything, we had to put in extra work. So it truly was a juggling act at that point. And I think that the fact that we were passionate about what we were going to do, and that's the message that I think that we want to convey to the youngsters who are going to be in the similar position that we were in
Sometimes,
20 years ago, or 25, 20, some whatever odd years ago, is that don't give up. If you have a passion for something, it can be achieved. And
Absolutely.
you set up a support system, or you make things happen. And I think, as we were discussing, Smita, a little bit earlier on, you prioritize what is it that you're going to farm out, so to speak, but never compromise on the parenting. But you can do other things, get a good support system, help.
Yeah.
Childcare was a big issue. That I
Yeah,
think is the
and
biggest
affordability
challenge.
was
And the
an
affordability,
issue.
yeah, we were
I
all
mean,
struggling.
We were all young professionals, and we did not necessarily have the wherewithal. But we were talking about this issue that as we grew a little further into it, we realized that it was very important to get a lot of help.
Yeah.
So don't try to do this alone, right? So
Exactly.
me and my husband decided that outsource everything else except parenting.
Yeah.
And for a time being, we did outsource everything else, the house, the functions, the shopping, even to that baby daycare and everything. And we just took care of parenting. So parenting was important. And that's what probably brought the kids to where they are today.
Yeah.
And I would also add, when we look back after all these years, please don't sweat the small stuff. Enjoy your children, and let your body language not be tense all the time about small things. Love your children, enjoy them. These times never come back, and let them follow their passion and guide them, but don't force them to do things that they don't want to do.
Yeah, and don't let the guilt get to you. You can never be perfect, and don't strive to be, this perfect so that you can kill yourself over it. You are going to make mistakes. We all made mistakes. We formed a good friend circle around us who were like-minded, and like it was said, it takes a village. So we created our own village. Those of us who were first-generation immigrants who didn't have the support system that was needed, we created it. And
that helped a lot.
It helped a lot, and we were all like-minded people. Most of us were professional women,
and all going through the same struggle.
All were going through the same struggle,
Right.
and we made a lot of mistakes, but it's okay. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
the children are resilient.
And don't forget that during this journey that we should also take care of ourselves. I'm not sure we did a good job of that, but as parting advice, it's really important for us to take care of ourselves.
Spend
if
some
we-
time on yourself.
Yeah, if you do take care of yourself, you're going to be able to spread that vibrations to everybody that you deal with. And that's definitely something that I think is important to take away.
Awesome. So a couple of things really to remember from what I can take away. I mean, don't sweat the small stuff. That's a very big one for the young mothers to really realize. And the guilt, let not the guilt get to you, because truly the journey's long. You have a lot of motherhood to take care of. So do what you can, but don't let the guilt get to you. And then do take care of your own self. And the biggest thing is that when you're making decision about whether to choose between either one of them, just jump in and make sure you can get it all. The kids love mothers who can do it all, and they look at them as mentors when they grow up, and they actually are very admiring of moms who have done it all. So hang in there for those moms who are trying to struggle, and those who are thinking about it. Stay the course. When the kids go away, you have your own profession, your own identity,
yes,
and
exactly.
that
And
at the
pursue
end
your dreams.
pays
Pursue.
off.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And your
So-
passions and your dreams.
And
Just go
so
for it.
thank you very much. I wish we had more time to talk about this. I hope you enjoyed the show, and we will see you next time. And I'd love to hear back what your reaction or comments are about this. Our email is fresh perspective, but it's fresh, PERSP, @gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you and hope to see you again. Thank you. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you,
welcome,
Smita.
welcome.